Hello once again everyone, it's me, Mr. Berringer. We're back today to build another bit of Lego in Berringer Builds. Last time we built Tahu, Master of Fire. And today we're building one of my favourite toys of all time. Tahu, Master of Fire. Well, Tahu is one of my favourite toys, not this one because I haven't opened. Anyway, right. Tahu and I go a long way back. Back when the first Tahu came out, Tahu was the most sought after toy, and I couldn't find him anywhere. Then one day I found one left in, I believe, a Toys R Us, and I snapped it up pretty quickly. Well, I say I snapped it up, my dad bought it with his money. But anyway, I was young and foolish. Now I have my own money and friends to buy me things. Let's open Tahu and crack on with the build, shall we? If I can actually get in. It seems these things just don't want to be built. There we go. Scissors always coming in handy in this line of work. Now, I was looking up a little bit more while my camera was charging, and I found that I got the power of Onua's mask wrong. It's the mask of strength and not the mask of night vision, because Onua adapted his vision to become night vision because he lived in tunnels, but his mask actually gives him super strength. So anyway, but I have Tahu's page up here on the wiki so I don't get anything wrong, and his mask is the Kanohi Howl, the mask of protection, I believe it is. I'm gonna the mask of shielding, that's what it is. Lua's one is the Miru mask of levitation, and yes, that's the Pakari mask of strength. There we go, I got it correct. So, Tahu, one of the bigger sets of this current Bionicle thing. So we have two of these lava board blade things, very similar to the boards wielded by Toa Lacan, back, I believe, in 2004, I believe, when that set came out, when he was with Akikanalo, one of the Rahi, which are beasts in the world. We get two of these golden swords, same model, same design as Lua's sword, so they've just used a stock mold for that, it seems. And yes, I've recorded all of these three at the same time, because I'm like that. So there's a lot more pieces here than in Lua's set. Probably just as much as there was with Onua, but it doesn't matter because they're both gonna get built. Right, let us crack on. Let's crack on. And once again, we have a comic strip about how Tahu got his mask. Well, the golden mask. So, first of all, we have to build one of the Kanohi spiders. I said it correct this time, even though they're not called Kanohi spiders, they're called skull spiders. I call them Kanohi spiders, just routing through this intro bit, because that's what I do. Because I wanna build this Lego today. Kanohi spider. It's the same one as the one we got with Onua, same colour. Just duplicate, really. I was kind of hoping for another colour, but well, that's the problem with these things. Anyway, so we're starting from the bottom, starting with the feet. So get the 2 feet here, and we're starting with these little joints as well into the feet this time. That's interesting. Gives it a little bit of height, so it does. And we're using all black. Is that correct? Yeah, we're using all black pieces this time for the legs, and not a mixture of black and dark grey. So that's interesting. Almost had the wrong pieces there, so it's that piece there and not that bit there. Very distinct difference in them, seeing as this one has 2 little holes for you to put something into. And then we need to get another one of these joints up here, and another one here, just up there, and then we attach them to the body like so. Now he's a pretty ballerina. Is Tahu. Taller, very tall, this one. Looks like he's going to be the tallest Toa we have so far. So let's give him a nice little stance there. The gear mechanism. I really love these new gear mechanisms. They're fantastic. I cannot rave about them enough. They're just, I really like them. I really like what they've done. Bringing it back, with like a lovely little throwback to the original system, and it's sort of they've got their own take on it now. They've adapted it. They've made it more friendly, and more organic. Actually, it looks like it would be part of this creature, this living creature. We need 2 of these gears that are going there, but I've learned from my mistakes. And I am going to attach them in. Yeah, I thought it was these. They look a little bit long. But no. Apparently they're the things I'm supposed to be using for this. So there we go. I've got a bit of phlegm there. Ugh. Lovely. That's what you want to be seeing in this video. Me phlegming on my face. No, you want to be seeing me build Lego. So let's get that in there. Get that in there. There we go. 2 more of these on. The more you get these little ball bearings onto these rods, you get more deft at using them. You get better at doing it. Is deft the right word? I don't know. I have to consult with my language people. Ah! Oh, you son of a gun. Be careful when you're building these, because you might harm your finger. Ow! That was really sore. That was really, really sore. Ow, those nip like a thing that nips. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, right. So these go in like that, like so, and attach onto these bits here, like so. I'm not doing good today, am I? I'm really not doing good. Let's just shut up and continue with building. So those two go on like that there. These are to, I assume, hold his weapons. I'm going to assume that. Okay, that goes like that. Then you get this with a gear on it. A lovely gear to go on like that, and then get I'd like this to be very much like the picture, so can you please just do the thing you're supposed to do. There we go, get in like that. It's got a nice little gear there. Look how nice that mechanism looks. Looks really nice. Wrong way around. Good, that goes on like that, and that sits there. So we've got first part of the gear mechanism done. We turn it around, get this blue thing on there. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I'm launching ahead. I'm doing it wrong. I'm being too hasty and impatient. So it goes on like that on the lower stud. So there's an overhang of one hole. One hole overhang. That goes on like that on the back. So it's his back protection. And I was correct. We get our two blades and attach it to his back. There. So that is the gearbox done. These can flip up like that, and we can attach them to a Tahu very soon. But first we need to take this and this, attach it together like that, and attach this. Ow! Son of a gun! I need to stop nipping myself. So there we go. We've got that bit that turns there. How lovely is that? Got a little two turning gears as well as the larger gears turning at the same time. That's lovely. That's just really quaint and simple. We've skipped a step. Hold on. We need to get one of these little doozers, attach it to there, and then we can attach the gearbox like that. So it's lower down on Tahu. So that means his head will be more articulate. And we get two of these chest pieces, what look like chest pieces, and we fit them onto his legs in an upside down fashion, like so. We need two of these little pieces and two of these, and we fit them together opposite to how they're fitted onto Anua, and we attach them to his leg like so. Let's put these little fins out to the back because they're getting in the way, they really are. Attach that to there. It's gotten darker in my room because it's getting dark outside. It's currently 4 o'clock, so there's been quite a while. I started building at 1, so now it's 2, I think. No, 1. I started building 1, now it's 4. So I had to have a lengthy gap for things to recharge, which was really annoying. I hope the battery doesn't run out on this one, because I'll be severely disappointed and annoyed. Now, these arms go onto the back bits like here. Now, Ross made the horrible mistake, and that's Podge, for those of you who don't know. He made the horrible mistake of putting the arms on the lower bits there. Stupid boy. You call yourself a Bionicle maker. Okay, that goes like that. And I do wish there was some sort of way that we could lock the gears in place so they don't move as much. Ooh, look at that, look at that. So we have to do the same thing as here, but we've got a transparent piece, which is really nice. It looks like magma. So that goes on like that, and it's attached to his forearm. Yes, now this is the bit me and Ross discussed about that. We thought, like, if Tahu would be in a fight and his, let's just say his weapons that he'd been disarmed fully, out of all weapons, these two golden bits would come down over his knuckles, like two brass knuckles that he'd punch for them. I think that would be really, really cool. Because that's what we do on train journeys back from Glasgow. We prophesize and philosophize about Lego and how they'd fight. And it's time for the chest piece. Now, Lua's one was a very similar design in a different colour scheme. Anua's had to be stickered on, but look at that loveliness. That golden chest piece. I wonder if they're harkening back to the Toa Nuva using these different coloured chest pieces. I wonder. It's an interesting... He's already looking quite beefy. I would say Tahu's like a paladin. I want to see his sort of paladin character. If I could give him that title. These. Jeez, there we go. Okay, that kind of goes on like that. So that's like two pauldrons they're going to be on there. He's more like maybe a warrior or a paladin sort of character, because he's always sort of like, as the leader, he's defending the rest of his team, and that's fiddly. That'll come off if I keep squeezing it like that. So trying to tilt these pauldrons like that, make them look nice for you guys to look at. And then the head with his lovely blue eyes, his classic trademark blue eyes. He's the only Bionicle in the Tuamata with that colour of eyes. Kopaka's ones are darker, I believe. I think. Do not quote me on that. I might have gotten it wrong. Now, the blades. The lovely blades here. So I get these two of these lovely pieces here. Fit them like that. Becomes one weapon. Another one. Fit together like that. And then what we can do is we attach these blades together with that. It becomes like a surfboard like thing, and then we attach two of these little black stud things to the board, and then we get Tahu to stand on it. So let's pose him like that, shall we? Let's get that forward like that, and his leg will come forward like that. Head like that, I think. These will be up like that, keeping him sort of balanced, because I assume they're like sort of wing-like things, keeping him balanced like that. And then of course we get the Kanohi How, the mask of protection on him like that. Now just Tahu just looks boss, doesn't he? He looks fantastic. Now we took, I don't want to do it here because I really like the pose and I don't want to take him out of the pose, but we fathomed that if we take off all the golden armor, that's his original, how he starts in this world, and then as he sort of levels up, he gets the golden weapons, and eventually, once he defeats the skull spiders, he gets his golden Kanohi like that. How lovely. Now I can't really find much fault with this. I cannot find any faults much with it. I would say that maybe I can't actually think of any faults from like a playing point of view, or even like a design point of view. I think it's lovely. The design of the mask really harkens back to the original Kanohi how it was designed, and it looks so much nicer. It looks more aerodynamic. He looks older. He looks more older and more wizened than the original Toa did, the original Toa Tahu. And I think that maybe the only thing I would have had is maybe these parts here, maybe had them the same tone as these, maybe the same sort of transparent plastic, but other than that, no, I can't think of anything wrong with this Tahu figure. It's maybe a place for I'd like him to store his board on his back, maybe, but even then, no, I don't think he needs. He doesn't need anything else. He's perfect. I think he's perfect. He's a perfect figure. As opposed to Lua, who hasn't got much articulation going for him, you silly thing. And I do wish Lua had some gold armor as well. He needs it. But look at that. Look at that. Just Tahu looks beautiful. He looks beautiful. He's lovely. And let's even attach the skull spider to him, shall we? Let's attach his skull spider. Now I think this would come like that, grab here, and then these two claws would come round, and he looks sort of like a predator, doesn't he? Like I've said this like last episode, but he looks like the predator. And of course we need to do the customary gear turning, which actually isn't that good with the spider on. So I assume the spider's supposed to maybe freeze the limbs and that's what I'm taking from it, just a sort of a design flaw maybe. But with him moving his arms like that, again a little bit rigid because it's new joints, but once we get those loosened up, that'll move perfectly. So there we go, Toa Tahu from the new Toa series, the new Bionicle series from Lego. Let's get these folded down. Let's take Tahu off of his little surfboard and give him a nice stance to finish this video off with, like that. There we go. Oh dear, a bit more difficult to position than Onua, but not as difficult to position as Lua. So this little bit here, this little connecting thing would go on the end, so that way Tahu can hold his fire blades. And again, I would reckon they are harkening back to the Toa Nuva form Tahu takes with his two lava blades. And it's also sort of maybe having a wee reference to Toa Likan, one of the original fire toas in the universe, with these sort of with the blades that I've broken his arm with the blades that join together and become like a lava surfboard. Because Tahu originally used his blades, they attached to his foot for that, but I think that these blades that actually physically come together that he stands upon are much, much better. So there we go. There's Tahu in all his fiery glory. I have been Mr. Berringer, building this Lego for you, and hopefully we shall have some more Bionicles soon to build, because I'd like to build the rest of the series and have them on display, because that would be really nice. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed the other videos, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of these or any of my other videos, please check them out on my channel and subscribe, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.